Here it is, Tuesday morning. So it's about 8 o'clock. I'm just checking in. I'm going to be talking a little bit about what we're going to be reading in the book club this week, in the next month. We're starting next week, so I thought I would kind of go over kind of general principles from that book, and then if anybody wants to join us, you're welcome to come. I also will talk a little bit about an offer that I'm having coming up for my coaching business. So we'll talk about that at the end. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was that this book that we're reading, it's called The Lazy Genius Way by Kendra Adachi. So I'll read a little bit from the book itself, or from what she talks about the book. It says, the chorus of shoulds is loud. You should enjoy the moment, dream big, have it all, get up before the sun, track your water consumption, go on a date night and be the best. Or maybe you should ignore what people think. Live on dry shampoo, be a negligent PTA mom, have a dirty house and clean your hot mess like a badge of honor. So it's so easy to be overwhelmed by the mixed messages of what it means to live well. And her book talks about things that we can do that's really important for us, kind of figure out what that is. And there's 12 principles, what the Lazy Genius Way is, and how you can do things easily, more organized, and still not take a lot of time. So perfection, one of the things that she says is perfection keeps you safely hidden, but also keeps you from being truly known, and it makes you feel like you're a fake. So you can take, kind of one small step at a time, do small things to change how things are going. Maybe decide once what you want to do. So one of the things that she talks about is deciding once. So say you have something that you want to give a gift to teachers, or have birthdays for your kids or their friends or family members, or weddings or baby showers, those kinds of things. And maybe you can decide ahead of time that you're always going to get a specific thing, and it's okay to just do that every time, as opposed to trying to figure out something new to do what you want to do, every time. Get something new or different, kind of have a general maybe plan or group of things that you think your kids' friends will like, or the teachers enjoy, and just do that every time. So you want to, kind of limit your decisions. That's the way. So, we always kind of have this decision fatigue about what should I do next, or what should I buy, or what should I clean next, and those kind of things. So you can make that decision once. Make the decision that you're going to get this specific thing for your kids' teachers or for your kids' friends, and never deviate from that, unless it gets to the point that it really isn't something that they enjoy and you need to change. And then the second principle is to start small. So start with something small. Maybe do something that you want to do in small steps. Say you want to reorganize your closet, and so maybe you do one part of the closet this weekend, and the next weekend, do another part, and just take it in small steps. Or figure out what it is that's important about doing that. And maybe name an area in your life that matters, but often gets the short end of the stick. And, what is that? Is that taking care of yourself? And what is it that you could do to fit that into your schedule? Finding 10 or 15 minutes to do something that you enjoy doing, or that helps you to unwind for the day, or just have a moment to yourself. And principle 3 is ask the magic question. So what can I do to make the after school schedule easier? What can I do to make dinner easier later? What can I do to make laundry easier? So you can see that there's all these different things that we do from day to day to day that maybe you can think about how you can make that an easier task or less stressful, less of a thing that you have to worry about every single day. So kind of come up with a routine, maybe have a morning routine of things that you're going to do in the morning. Or an evening routine to help your morning be easier. Figure out in the evening what you're going to wear the next day if you have to go to work. Or help your kids decide what they're going to wear to school the next day in the evening, so that there's not this mad rush to figure out what's going to happen in the morning. And maybe that can help with your morning routine. In the evenings, when everybody comes home, figure out what is it that you want to do for dinner. Is the routine going to be that you have something made ahead of time, or that you stop and get something because you have practice to go to, so you need to stop at the store or stop at a restaurant, and pick up something that you can eat on the run, those kinds of things. So making decisions about what you're going to do when you have time to make a meal, and what you want to do when you don't have time to make a meal. So all of those things are kind of things that you can think about ahead of time. And looking at the season that you're in, do you have small kids and you're really busy running from thing to thing? And maybe that's not the time to, start a new hobby or, something like that, or change completely what the schedule is, because kids just don't adapt as well to changing things completely. So thinking about the season that you're in the season that I'm in, my kids are grown and I'm able to adjust my schedule so that I can have time to do things that I enjoy doing. And I don't know if you've seen over the last few days or over the last week, I was kind of posting about taking 30 minutes for me. And I think that's important to take time, take those 30 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever you can fit into your schedule, and be intentional about taking that time. Most of the time, my 30 minutes I take in the evenings after I get home from work, because I just need some time to kind of recharge and relax. Other times it's, other times of the day that I do things. I have massages that I do periodically and those kinds of things. So, and those may not be in the evenings. So just think about your schedule and what is it that you want to do, so that you can fit those 30 minutes in. And I'm offering free calls over the next several weeks for anyone that wants to talk about fitting that 30 minutes into your schedule. So I'll give you a little thing to fill out before the call that looks at kind of what your priorities are for your life and what is it that you want to kind of focus on more at that time. And then we'll figure out how to give that time to yourself and so that you be sure and focus on that thing and doing the 30 minutes that's important to you each day and having the time to be able to do that. And so I'll give you the little worksheet to do ahead of the call, and then we'll talk about, what that looks like and the priorities that you have, and then give you action steps at the end of the call of what you can do, over the next week or month, based on what it is that you're looking at. So just be sure and let me know if anyone's interested in that. I will post a link to my calendar so you can sign up for that. If you have any questions, you can always post questions below also if you have questions about any of this information. And if you're interested in joining my book club, we're starting that next week, reading The Lazy Genius. So I'll post the link to that too below. So we'll talk to you later, and let me know if you need anything else.